Hey, it's Andrew Bolton here with Keller Williams Realty Centers. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the spring market. Definitely has sprung. I've been getting a lot of calls from both buyers and sellers with questions on what's going on in this market, and I don't blame you. It's the first time we've seen something like this in a long time. We are approaching much more of a balanced market if you look at the GTA as a whole. In some areas, we're actually seeing it being very much a buyer's market, and if you're a buyer, there are some opportunities out there, and we can discuss those in particular depending on your needs, so give me a call on those. Now, if you're a seller, you know, the sky is not falling. I know that the news is reporting things like sales are down 34% and things like that, and so we knew that was coming March to March, and frankly, April is going to be very much the same over 2017, which was a banner year of appreciation and sales numbers, okay? We're running pretty on par with what 2016 was, and those were up about 18% year over year. So we're still seeing a great amount of appreciation over a 5-year period, as well as sales. We are seeing a bit of a correction over what we consider, or at least I consider to be a bubble of last year. And it's been interesting, we've been looking into said bubble last year, you know, January through March, and a lot of it was driven by, it seems, you know, domestic investors. So what we can do is we can look at what sold, and then within that same calendar year what was leased out, and the numbers are quite high, about 50% of the market in some areas. What we're also seeing is those areas that were really hot with investors, places like Newmarket, mainly a lot in York region, they are also seeing the most amount of depreciation in terms of price, April over April. So we're seeing some areas that are down, you know, as much as 30%, and that's year over year. I mean, over a 5-year, they're still up significantly, but they have lost pretty much everything that they gained in 2017, and we're tracking with, you know, earlier 2016 numbers. So what does that mean for you? Well, it depends. If you're a buyer, give me a call and we can talk about some areas that I think there are some great deals going on right now, and some, you know, some great things can be put into deals now. Things like, you know, finance condition and an inspection condition, so that we can make sure that you're protected. This is good for the sellers too, in that it protects everyone involved, and that there are no hiccups down the road. We can make sure that you really like the property, that you're happy with the price. It's not a rushed thing happening at 1 o'clock in the morning with 5 to 20 other offers in the middle of the street. You know, there are still bidding wars and things like that happening in some areas of Toronto, but that is starting to wane off a little bit too, and I think as you see the amount of inventory go up, we're going to see that go down a little bit more even in the downtown core. If you're a seller, you know, some of my sellers, I'm saying, depending on where you are, it's time to wait, because we're seeing some consolidation, some support coming in your area, and we think that it's going to go up from there. You know, we can't ever time the bottom of a correction, but once we do know that we hit the bottom, then we're already on the way back up. So, you know, there are a lot of buyers sitting on the fence. There's still a lot of houses being sold, but they do need some encouragement. They need some incentive. So how do we do that? Well, we prep your home, we stage it, we make sure that it shines in comparison to the rest of them, and we price it appropriately. It's always about price, but it's price against also comparison on the market. So if we can get your house shining and looking at the best that it possibly can, then we can get you top dollar for your home. I did want to mention a little bit about the condo market. We've been very busy in condos since January, working very heavily in the condo market, and we're seeing some, you know, it's outpacing the detached homes right now in terms of appreciation. But we are seeing also the inventory starting to rise, sales going down, but prices continuing to rise. So to me, that means that there is a little bit of a mentality in buyers that they're missing the boat, or that we're still in last year where the inventory was historically low in condos, which isn't the case anymore. So we are expecting to see those numbers, those appreciation numbers anyways, month over month, to start to slow and then maybe come back a little bit too. So if you're thinking of buying a condo, you know, you may want to watch the market depending on where you're looking and what price point you're in, and you know, what area of Toronto you're looking in. You may want to give it a month or two and see what happens on that market. But you know, every situation is specific to your needs, and we can definitely set a plan together for any of you if you're buying or selling in the near future between now and the end of the year. Give me a call and we can sit down for a coffee and we can put together a plan specific to you and specific to your needs, so we make sure that you're happy. As always, please give me a call with any questions you may have, you know, even if you want to know what your neighbor's house sold for, and I'll be glad to give that to you. And I look forward to speaking to many of you. Have a great day and enjoy the spring.